to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello, everybody. Songfather for the Songfather Show on the 5th day of July, 2019. So I hope everybody had a nice, safe, and happy and enjoyable Independence Day. And for the elderly and the incontinent, it's the Independence Day. Okay. But, so yes, I hope everybody had a good day. A lot of people were hopping around to a lot of barbecues. Phones don't work when you hop, if you know what I mean. And but yeah, it was nice. It was one of the loudest, I think, that we've heard in a couple of years, and I attribute that to, first of all, illegal fireworks, or undocumented fireworks, I like to call them. But I think it's a newfound resurgence in being American and being proud of it and showing it and blasted them. And everywhere you could look out, every window, didn't matter. There was a nice show going on in the neighborhoods. So yeah, very proud to be an American, and so the president's salute and tribute, and all the troops from all the different branches had their own little part to do with it, and the Air Force show was great, and the singing and the music, and very patriotic day. It's how it should be. So, and okay, so anyway, let me get to a little update on yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Well, it wasn't yesterday because that was 4th of July, but the day before. The ice cream liquor turned out not to be an employee, but a customer. So I almost think that makes it worse. But to go shopping, take out a half gallon of ice cream, take open the top, lick it from one end to the other, put the top back on, and continue shopping with your boyfriend or your husband, whoever that guy was. So she's been identified, she's been arrested, and she could be facing up to 20 years. Which, okay, a little extreme, but, it goes along the product tampering lines. And but I'm sure you could find better things to do than put her away for 20 years. Put her on some kind of community service or something, or have her go milk cows for about 2 years. There you go. Now we're talking. And then in California, 6.6 or 7 earthquake. It's substantial. And I think 4 or 5 aftershocks with more predicted to come. And they were in the 2-point range. So that's, again, significant for an aftershock. So, could be, all that feces and everything and urine that they're allowing them to do right there on the streets, maybe seeping through the ground, and the ground's getting a little upset about it. Although my niece got engaged over the weekend, and she said that was just the earth celebrating the fact that she got engaged. Could be. I don't know. She might be right. But congratulations to her. A cutie patootie. She's also my goddaughter. And the passing of Mr. Artie Johnson, very interesting, but stupid. And he was the old man with Ruth Buzzy on the bench. How you doing, baby? You want to go back to my place? And then she beats the heck out of him. But, he was, he won an Emmy, or I think maybe even 2 Emmys for laughing. And he had perfected and created 60 different characters and some ridiculous number, like 20 different dialects from throughout the world he could do perfectly. And so, and he did a lot of behind-the-scenes work and a lot of writing, too, and some directing. So he died at the age of 90. So he had a nice, pretty full life, but he was remembered most for laughing, so it was pretty cool. And along with the Patriot, Feelings, finally, man was arrested for burning the American flag outside the store. I don't know, Walmart or some store. But came in, got him, locked him up, and brought him to jail. What happens from there, I don't know. But at least we're going to start locking him up. You can't be burning the American flag. I don't care what your political views are and what your values are and everything else. It's the United States of America. It's against the law. You're not allowed to burn the flag. People were burning on it. If you remember 2 years ago, they were defecating on it and everything. Nothing was being done to them. Start doing that. Get back to where we used to be. You still have your freedom of thought and your freedom of speech and everything else. You don't have the freedom to burn the American flag or take a crap on the American flag. You don't have it. So now you pay for it. So, we all got to, take it easy, which is my lead in to the first song. And Lionel Richie's song, Easy, I always loved it. He's saying in the song, I can't take the pain anymore, You loved me for who I am, but now all you just keep trying to change me and handcuff me, and, I'm really an easy kind of guy to get along with. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on, but So, okay, that's the song. Lionel Richie, very nice. Sing along. Oh, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you're gonna know all I care. I begged, stole, and I borrowed. Yeah. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy, yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Why in the world would anybody put chains on me? I paid my dues to make it. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. I'm not happy when I try to fake it. No. Why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy, yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do are right. I wanna be free. Yeah, just me. Oh, ooh. Better rhythm. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy, yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. So I'm easy, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Cause I'm easy, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. So easy. Come on, I'm easy. Not that way. I used to be. No. Thank you. Okay, so. Maybe I'll save that one. Here's something to ponder. Here's something to go like this. The lawsuit against Kevin Spacey for being by a man, a boy, somewhere. I think it was in the Hamptons. I'm pretty sure, or it was over in Martha's. I don't know. I'm not a newsman. I'm not Ted Banker. Hello, this is Ted Banker. Here now the news, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Hamptons. But they said, he, went underneath and checked the package a few times, and then went behind and grabbed the cheeks, and so going full steam ahead, and interviews and witnesses, and going full ahead with the prosecution, and then all of a sudden drops the suit, which you should never be allowed to do. Once you initiate it and you get the wheels going and you get the money being spent on the investigation and all the paperwork that's involved and all the motions and all the typing, once you get that going, if you are going to drop your charges, then you must be given a bill from the prosecution's office of what you owe them for all the work that you made them do up to that point. You shouldn't be allowed to drop it, and especially something like this, such a high-profile case. There's no reason to drop the case unless, you know what I'm saying. And, a little green in between is obscene. It's the only thing. I don't know for a fact. Absolutely not, I'm going on experience. I'm going on the obvious. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Maybe we'll never know. But, for the prosecution to allow it, maybe they didn't have as good a case as they thought they did. Yeah, you could say that. But the fact that it came that far, the fact that, they were getting ready to go to trial and everything else, yeah, sometimes they say, listen, let's sit down and see if you guys can come up with an agreement, but usually it's the DA saying, all right, I'm going to give you this. We'll do a plea bargain. Instead of this, you do that. They can get to that point. The one initiating the charges, the one initiating the complaints, the victim dropped the charges, dropped the lawsuit, dropped everything. Wow, really? Interesting. So, if that's all it takes, no. So, no, I'm not making light of it, but, something ain't right, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, I don't know if anybody got to see the Trump thing. Again, they're doing this. And this is those robots calls, and I want to get rid of the phone, with cable, because I don't use it. You got your cell phone and that's enough. They drive you nuts. The other day I got calls at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 3:10, 3:11, 3:15, 3:40, all from the same number. 9 numbers long, but whatever. But ABC, NBC, and CBS all made a giant stand Wednesday afternoon. We're not going to televise this celebration of Independence Day put on by President Trump. I mean, it's just you're all making yourselves look so freaking stupid. Okay, this is the President of the United States. He's celebrating America. Okay, what are you doing? Air it. Show it. What's the big deal? You're not endorsing it. You're not saying, that, I'm going to vote for him in 2010. It's nothing to do with it. It's America. I don't know how many Americans would have stayed home just to watch that, Or if you're at a party somewhere, they would have gathered around or had a TV going, Thank God for the internet here. It was one hell of a tribute, You got to stand behind bulletproof glass, and that was a little unnerving to watch, But it was nice. It was really good. So, and all right. So let me see. I went through that. Let me do it now. Now we'll wait. Let's get some songs in here. This song by Mr. James Taylor, beautiful song. I like what it says. It's saying, the name of the song is Your Smiling Face, and he's saying, whenever I see your smiling face, I have to smile myself because it reminds me how much I love you. And when you give me that little pout, just rips me inside out in a good way. There's just something about you, baby. That's what he's saying. And he's like, can you imagine a man like me is feeling this way? And what he's saying is, I feel like I'm in the 7th, 8th grade here. Would you make me feel? You got the butterflies in the stomach and the big stupid grin on your face. And nice. She's not singing it to Carly because her smile was twice as big as his. But what did I just say? Whenever I see your smiling face, I have to smile myself because I love you. Yes, I do. When you give me that pretty little pout, turns me inside out. There's something about you, baby. Oh, I don't know. And isn't it amazing a man like me can feel this way? Tell me how much longer it could go stronger every day. Oh, how much longer? Thought I was in love a couple of times with the girl next door, but that was long before I met you. Now it's sure that I won't forget you. And I thank my lucky star that you are who you are, not just another lovely lady set out to break my heart. Isn't it amazing a man like me can feel this way? Oh, tell me how much longer it'll go stronger every day. No one can tell me that I'm doing wrong today. Whenever I see you smile at me, no one can tell me that I'm doing wrong today. Whenever I see you smile my way, no one can tell me that I'm doing wrong today. No one can tell me that I'm doing wrong today. Whenever I see you smile my way. Na 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 na. No one can tell me that I'm doing wrong today. Whenever I see your smiling face my way. It's like a little fade out here. I know I crack myself up. I really completely do. And let me do this. I have to get out of the way. Again, this is not the case I brought up. I think in the beginning of the month, not this month. It is the beginning of the month in June, or in the middle somewhere. But that was a case where a 17-year-old boy raped a girl and said it was consensual and this and that. And then the judge, that was in California, and the judge said, "Well, I don't think the girl was really, a victim and really affected by, so you get crazy, you want to kill the judge." Okay. Now in Jersey, 16-year-old boy, he's at a party. Where's the parents again? This is the never-ending theme. And there's booze at the party, and she's in the basement, completely tanked. He's videotaping. He's saying he did it because he's protecting somebody. My opinion again. But it's my show, so I'm allowed to do that. And, half her clothes are off, and he kind of, comes at her from the rear, and he films the whole thing. And you could tell that she was like, slurring her words and like saying, "What, stop," or "No," or "What are you doing," or whatever. And so then he sends it out to a bunch of his friends, real class guy, of the whole thing. And then he titles it under the bottom, "When you lose your virginity to a rape." Oh, no. When it's your first time and it's a rape. And he sends it out. Okay? That make you sick enough as you're listening to it? Good. Not good, but it's leading to what I'm going to. Okay? Like I said the last time, it's one of the most heinous and hate-filled things that you could do to a woman to force yourself on a woman that doesn't want it and saying no. What power you get out of that, you little piece of shit? I don't know, but so it really makes me sick. But so now you have the videotape. Okay, you have her statement. You have her admitting that there was a lot of drinking going on at the party. You got her saying that she said no. You got him saying, "Yes, that is my videotape. Yes, I did that, put it at the bottom." Okay. That's cut and dry to me. Cut and dry. The judge, the asshole judge, says, "You know what? I'm ruling against charging him with rape, and I'm ruling against charging him as an adult. He's a guy. He seems to be a good boy. Comes from a good family. He's a master scout or masturbator. I don't know, whatever the fuck. Eagle Scout. He's an Eagle Scout, and I just don't think. I don't think this girl realizes what she's. This is the judge. I don't think this girl realizes what she's doing. She could possibly ruin this boy's life for the rest of his life." What? What? He should be ruined for the rest of his life. He should walk around with a big arse, burned into his forehead, that he's a rapist, and filmed it and sent it out. So it wasn't like, not that that's excusable, but it's not like he went around and then, keeps it to himself. He broadcasted. He was proud of what he did. And anyway, again, the appeal system works. Other judges stepped in, berated him. My understanding, it was a 28-page, which is unheard of, letter report, letter/report, back to the judge and to the judicial committee about his actions and his inability to rule fairly and impartially, leaning more towards they're saying, without saying it, you must have known somebody who knows this family, if you knew them personally. But it doesn't matter. You got to either recuse yourself or you got to be impartial. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you know what? He looks like a nice kid and comes from a nice family, but so did she. What was she? A piece of shit? It's like she didn't exist. Again, the attitude. This guy, again, it's nothing. I'm not taking shots at the age or the era that they came from, but this judge was 72 years old. So, is he from the mindset from way back then that, I bet you she was kind of asking for it. She shouldn't have, be drunk like that with guys around, because that's how people used to think. So this is, going back to the caveman days. Are you kidding? He filmed it. He took advantage of her. She said no, he didn't care. He filmed it and then he sent it out to his friends. Forget about it. Oh, I was just bragging. You're sending out pictures of a girl, of the victim being raped to other people. So, that should have been like, you're putting the gun to your own head. Good. And then this judge goes and says no. So now he's going to be charged with rape, and he's going to be going to trial and as an adult. At 16 years old, if it was, he came back, there was no videotape or anything else, and he wasn't, being such an asshole and so disrespectful. Excuse me. They might have got away with doing it as a juvenile. Like, I didn't know. We were just hanging out. We were drinking and whatever. Maybe. I'm not saying it should. I think this is the perfect way it's supposed to go. Okay? But where is the parent? And hers, understandably so. Not for the rape part, but what are you doing? You're hanging out and drinking where you can, you can't even stand up, Not good. You don't raise them that way. I thank God, my son, and I really banged it into his head, and sometimes not by example. But and he went to a party, and I dropped him off and came home. I was watching TV or some shit, I don't know, and he calls me up. He's, Dad, can you come pick me up? I'm like, yeah, okay, what's the matter? He goes, I'll tell you when you get here. So, as a parent, you're like, oh, all right. I'm going, oh, what happened? So he comes out and he gets in the car, and I drive off, and hey, what's going on? He goes, well, I said, you didn't know anybody there or what? He goes, oh, no, a lot of my friends were there, but the parents weren't there. I said, oh, that's not what I was told. He goes, I know, Dad, that's not what I was told. He goes, but what made it worse is there was a lot of liquor there. He was 15. He goes, and there's a lot of liquor there, and I just didn't see anything good coming out of that, and you always told me to tell you so. And I was like, man, I was so proud of him at that, that for doing that. He didn't have to, and sure enough, later on there were problems. A couple of things got broken, and the police got called, and, we're parents, don't know, but look. And the girl, whose house it was, is pregnant a year later and had to drop out of high school. So what is that saying? Beautiful girl, too, very smart and intelligent. She ended up going back, thank God, doing the right thing and getting her high school diploma. But still, everything gets thrown up in the air. Where are the parents? Wow. Anyway, okay, so let's get to this next song. And this song is, it was done by a lot of people. Brooklyn Bridge, I think, did it. Jerry Lewis sang it at the end of every telethon. Are we getting warm? Do you figure it out yet? And excuse me. And Elvis Toys, Aaron Presley, he had a nice version with it, so I took him all with it. I wish you never told me that I say with it, because I just would keep. I'm still saying it, but now it bothers me. And so I took them all together, mixed them up nice, and I came up with my own little creation here of You'll Never Walk Alone. And it's just a great, great tune, saying, stand tall. He's with you. He's got your back. Just walk through the storm, man. Hold your head up and walk through it. You got to bend over to get through the wind and the rain. Go ahead. But keep going. Don't turn around. Don't lay down. Keep going through the storm. Because at the end of the storm, there's a golden sky. Woo! Can't go much better than that. Okay. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark Walk on through the rain. Walk on through the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on, walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never oh Lord, you never walk alone. Gotta believe. If you believe, you are never alone. If you believe the ones that we knew and loved while we were here on earth are up there looking down, if you believe in my song, Heaven's Phone, you're never alone. I believe. I talk to people up there every day. Sometimes they talk to me and go, really? What the frig is wrong? You know, it's Ma. Most of the time it is Ma. Ma shakes her head a lot. She still shakes it. And she'll go like this. When she was alive, she used to go, my son, my son. Which is kind of funny because what Elvis's mother and father used to say to him was, and he used to do it a lot on stage, they used to look at him and go, my boy, my boy. But yeah, definitely never alone. Never, and you must believe that. Especially when fireworks are going off and your dog or your whatever you call them, fur babies, or your kitten or whatever it is kind of running around and going, the hell is that? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Like I said, like this year especially, everywhere you looked, it was loud. And of course, you know, the morons that don't stop, you know. I came home from my friend Joe. He always, puts on a nice little barbecue, but then he always does a show right out there on the corner on the street. Can't tell you what town it is because I don't want the cops coming, but the guy across the street helps out, and it's nice. And, you know, for me, you know, I'm 86 now, so, but to watch the kids that used to climb all over Uncle Sonny are now have kids of their own. And so they're experiencing this for the first or second time, and they're all sitting out in the lawn, and they're all clapping and like they can't believe what's going on. And that's a tradition that way hopefully will keep going. You know, so that part was cool, very cool. So all right, so let's do this song. My dad wanted to hear. I say, always and every day. Do you want to hear a song? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And and he wanted to hear "Because of You." And okay, and that's a special song to him. My grandfather used to sing that and play that for my grandmother. May they both rest in peace. And my grandfather died when my father was, I think, 17. So, he barely got to know him. And obviously, I never got to know him either. But a lot of the stories I hear, I remind a lot of the family of him, kind of built the same, and, old school, yeah. So that song has always been, a favorite of my father's, and now he sings it to Chris all the time. And it's just a beautiful song. Because of you, I got a song in my heart. Because of you, my romance is back. Because of you, my life is worth living again. Oh, don't put that kind of pressure on me. What's the... So, Tony Bennett's Because of You. And sometimes Carmine Ragusa used to sing it too, but see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Because of you, there's a song in my heart. Because of you, my romance had its start. Because of you, the sun will shine. The moon and the stars say you're mine forever and ever to part. I only live for your love and your kiss. It's paradise to be near you like this. Because of you, my life is now worthwhile, and I can smile because of you. Accendano. Forever and never to part. I only live for your love and your kiss. It's paradise to be near you like this. Because of you, my life is now worthwhile, and I can smile because of you. There you go, Daddy-O. The only thing missing in that song, throw a thank you in there somewhere. I know it's understood, but because of you, throw a thank you in there. Well, what are you going to do? I don't have the answers for everything. I have the answers for everything. That just made me not right. Next week, at the suggestion of Chrissy, and a lot of you out there had said, you wanted to see him. So, excuse me again. A little thing in my throat from, completely soaking wet, sweating to the air conditioning. Yesterday, last night, whatever. But we're going to set Tino up. I got to see where. Probably like right over my left shoulder by the doorknob there where it says World's Greatest Author. Can you see that? Yeah, right here. I think I'll set Tino up right there, and you can all watch the show, listen to the songs, and watch the Maniac Bird. Since he's become an integral part of the show, he's like become Ed McMahon to the Tonight Show host, the Songfather. He is the second banana. So Chris said, why don't you get him some, put a picture up somewhere. Well, why don't you, get him some airtime, like she's his agent or something, What do I got to do? All right, I'll put you on 2 shows and I'll give you 22 napkins you can rip up. Okay, whatever. It's a deal. But you'll see. You'll see. You'll be amazed by how small he is, and but how tough he is, and how he just jumps all over the place. Boom, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then he disappears, like he did before, and then as a bird owner for on and off for a long part of my life. When you don't see them, you know what's happening. When your fish dies, it's floating at the top. You don't have to worry about what happened. But when you don't see them, because here's the cage, right? Like that, and then this bottom part here is solid. You can't see through it because So you walk up slowly, and sure enough, I don't see him. I'm watching. I'm waiting. Don't see him still. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Okay, I'm going to have to, end up going outside and bury him next to Noelle. That was his wife. And I look, and there he is, this little bastard, right? All brand new this morning, brand new. I even wet them I was some evil scientist. I'm wetting the paper towels and the napkins so when they dry they're stuck together with some kind of special glue that he can't get because it's like kryptonite or something. What my mind was thinking, I don't know. And he probably jumps down and goes and goes and knocks on the window to the birds outside, going like this. Come here. Look what this schmuck did. He wet the napkins like I can't rip them. He's ripping pieces up and flying up to the top perch to look at me and then let it go when he goes like this. And he just keeps looking at me like I'm looking at you. Like, you son of a... Right? Yeah. So when I yell his name, then he gets a little nervous. So I can see from here the bowl, the big bowl, is completely dry now, and it's, I do it 11, 12, before I went to the store. Yeah, before, so I did it 12. It's not even 4 hours. In 4 hours, he's completely taken all the paper towels and napkins out, stuck them in the water. They suck up and absorb all the water, and he just keeps dropping them in there, and they're all over, and the other little pieces are all over the floor. I mean, what do you do? Where's the parenting? Oh, I'm the parent, never mind. So, all right. So I'm going to end with this song. Everybody sang this song. It's not a desperation song. It's knowing what you need in life, knowing what you want, and saying, where is it, And it's called Someone to Watch Over Me. Everybody, male and female, sang this song because it applies, just like most songs, to both. Even though we're a genderless society now, but it applies to both genders. And, yeah, that's right. And so we say, no, there's somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that she turns out to be the one to watch over me. That's all we ever want, Is not mothered and smothered, we're not talking about that, but somebody that cares, that's somebody that's looking out for you every day. Now, every day, every hour, a couple, and oh my God, 2 hours have gone by and I haven't, called my honey up, or sent a text or something. So you do that, and you let them know. Did you eat? Are you okay? How'd you do in the heat? Whatever, get in the car and drive over and, come stop by with a pizza, or a coffee or whatever it is, made something at home, that kind of, that's what he's talking about in this song. That's going to look out for me because, I'm kind of a little lost right now. I feel like a lamb that's kind of lost in the wood, And I know I'd be good if I had somebody, but I don't, I'm turning left, I'm turning right, and I got nobody here. I'm alone, 22 out of 24 hours a day and blah, 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 blah. So, beautiful, beautiful song. If you know anybody, it doesn't have to be love. It could be a friend. It could be a cousin, a coworker, something. It's about reaching out, If somebody's going through a hard time or went through a hard time, or just came out of a breakup or whatever, reach out. That's all it takes. I'm not asking you, you don't have to do a hell of a lot of things. You don't have to give them half your life or all your time, Just reach out. Are you okay? Yeah. You want to go grab a cup of coffee? Hey, yeah, that would be great. Okay. And you go and grab a cup of coffee. You want to go get a nice, an Italian ice or something. Go for a walk, But yeah, so this is Francis Albert Sinatra's kind of version of it, and this is written by the Gershwin brothers, Ira and oh my God, George, and it's just like, whew, they're good, they're good. Wow. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that she turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know that I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although I may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, but to her heart I'll carry the key. Won't you tell her please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Haunting. Won't you tell her please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Tell her to hurry. Huh? Did I tell you? What a song. What an unbelievable song. And I write poems, and I write good poems, and I could probably be a songwriter if I was alive back then, But now, so I can't write music. That's the only thing. If somebody says, look, I want you to write a song about, I can do it. Put the words out, I can put the break in and all that other stuff and, rhyme it and just stretch it, whatever. All right, now put some music to it. We got a hit. Okay, bye. Take it easy. See ya. Goodbye. Can't do it. Just don't have it. It's not that I won't or I can't be taught. I don't have that talent. Some people do. Some people can't write lyrics. They can't put two words together, but they can write symphonies and everything. Okay. So, but when you see something like that, the words are unbelievable and someone to watch over me. It tells a story, very short lyrics. Actually, two of the stanzas repeat themselves. So, but they're so powerful. And then the haunting music behind it, that kind of brings you through it, like almost to the, like I said, almost to the point of desperation. But then they lift you up with the music, Tell her to put on some speed and they're lifting the music up like, oh, there is going to be a happy ending. Nobody goes through that anymore. Everything's done on the computer and, pop in a couple of horns over there and this and that, How's that? A little faster. It's kind of terrible. But, oh, wait, no, you got to stretch that note a little bit longer. Oh, hold on. All right, play it back. How's that? Oh, that's good. Wow, I didn't know I could hit that note. No, you didn't. The computer did it, but whatever. So, yeah, that's about the show for today. Getting into the weekend. You know, Fridays I always try to get you out a little early, and especially coming off a holiday. I'm sure a lot of yous are off. And for the ones that had to work, I feel bad, like my boy. And but, you know, life goes on, and see the man come walking up, you know, delivering the mail. And how you doing? Yeah, good. Okay, got it. So, anyway, have a good weekend. Have a nice, safe weekend, everybody. And maybe if I could show you now what he's doing, this Strones over here. Yeah, what are you doing, Tino? You're stuck in it. Oh, I got out. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I don't do this because I'm doing this. You know, I've been going through this with him since I got him. He's just he's too much. He's the happiest bird I ever seen in my life. You know, we got you know, most of it was done with my sister before I got here after my mom passed. Birdhouses and everything, and I posted a few videos in the last couple of years. You know, all over the backyard, and you know, sprinkling, and just to see them interacting with each other, and survival of the fittest between the crows and then the mourning doves, and you know, and then in comes the cardinal, in comes the blue jays, and I just love sitting out there, and so does she, and just be quiet and just watch them, you know. And I look and I see there's 2 and 3 over there, and 2 and 3 over there, and you know, I feel bad sometimes that he's there by himself just jumping around, but he enjoys himself, you know, and then I'm sure he's in the cage looking out at me. Most of the time I'm sitting here by myself, and he's going, well, I feel bad for that human, you know, what's he doing? You know, he doesn't even have, he's not even ripping up any napkins, and, yeah, you know, I've never seen him even poop on the floor. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. You don't know what goes on in their brain. So anyway, I love you. Thank you. Keep it going. You know, we had that glitch going on Wednesday, and I was, you know, quite homicidal there for a little bit. And so instead of show coming on at 6, I got it on a little after 7, and I was losing people, you know, when we do the watch party. At one point, I think at 16, and I blinked my eyes, and it was down to 2. Then it was back up to it, then it was down to 1. And I was the 1. I'm like, something ain't right here. So after the show was, you know, done and aired, and I go and look at the views, you know, and this was, so it was 10, so it was 3 hours later instead of 4, but it was a little after 10 o'clock, and it was 62 views. I'm like, wow. You know, maybe it's because of the glitch. I certainly hope so, because usually after 3 or 4 hours, you know, I am closing in on 1,000 at least for one show, for the show. And after the glitch finally got fixed, hey, it almost rhymes. Sometime like 11 o'clock that night, and then in full strength by the next morning. Then it jumped back up again, 8, 9, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, and I said, okay, so we're doing good. So that means we're getting the word out there, and you know, thanks to you. Just keep doing it and keep sharing it. And again, thank you to all the groups that let me post, you know, on their thing. They have their own thing to do. That's why it's a group, and but they've shown nothing but mad respect for me, and even the people in the group saying nice things, and you know, watching the entire show. And then some people I just catch all the time. Oh my God, thank you for posting that. That's my favorite song. Oh, which one? What do you mean? Which was your favorite song? Oh, whatever that one was that you did. Well, I did 5, and there's an introduction to a song of Elvis's that I did. Oh, yeah, that must be it. Yeah, okay. Don't lie. For what? You didn't watch it? You didn't watch it. You don't like it? You don't like it. I mean, it's all cool, but don't make up stuff. It gets me crazy. So have a good weekend, nice and safe. And if you're off on vacation next week, like, you know, 68% of the United States will be, you know, be safe and wherever you go. You know, put on your sunblock a little bit. I was a kid, he's a grown man now, but I watched growing up, and he had put on a lot of weight. He took off like 60 pounds, and, you know, back to the gym. He looks terrific. You know, and he's in his 40s, but now he looks like he's in his 20s. And everybody's busting his chops about his tan, you know, because he's never really that tan. And I said, yeah, you know what, Chris, what is that? He goes, what? I said, you know, you usually never tan, you know, and you never go to the beach. And he goes, well, no, we were hanging out, and we were at, you know, whoever's house it was, and drinking some beers, and we were in the pool. And, oh, I said, well, that'll do it then. The sun's hitting you from here, and then you're getting double hit off the water. So he goes, well, do you want to see my tan line? So of course now you got to give him a smack in the head. And he goes, well, I didn't mean that, Unc. So then he pulls back his shirt. The whole time he was in the pool, he had a tank top on, and it even burned through the tank top. Both shoulders, forget the sunburn, had blistered up and popping underneath the bands for the tank top. So that's how strong. I said it, I'm not looking for no pats on the back, but I said it going back almost a month ago. There's something different about the sun this summer. It feels like it's like I'm in Mexico, and when we used to go to Acapulco and everything, it was like, wow, it is like, I've never felt it that strong. Then I just said, who knows, maybe it was the chemo, maybe it's my CRPS, maybe it's all the friggin' pills I'm taking, I don't know. But then I started hearing stories and seeing bubbling like that, and I'm saying, okay, so maybe I'm going to go, for the first time in my life, going to start doing some sunblocks, The highest I ever went, 413, my mother's birthday. The highest I ever went was 4, and that was with the oil, the Hawaiian Tropic oil, And even going back to, like, my Aunt Fran, and my mom was very fast, so she very rarely used it, but the San Tropez tan, ooh, that was like pure cocoa butter, but whatever. I don't know how I got on the subject. Oh, yeah, so be safe on the weekend. I love yous. See you Monday at 6 o'clock. God bless. And B-A-M. Yeah.